Need some coins for that God Squad you've always wanted? Check out rockbottomcoins.com for cheap and fast coins. Use code ZERK for 30% off your order.
The whole thing wobbin', wobbin', wobbin'. When I come around, got the whole thing wobbin'.
What's going on, guys? It's Zirksee coming at you today with another YouTube video, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys my Madden 21 Base Elite running back predictions. By the time you guys are seeing this video, I should have already done the quarterbacks, and I will be having wide receivers and tight ends as well out later this week. If you guys see me wearing this outfit at all during like literally all my videos this week, it's because I'm mass recording a bunch of videos for you guys. I'm going to be going on vacation, but I still will be able to record any sort of new content that we get, like promos, whatever, so you don't have to worry about that. But I do want to give a shout out to Jones V for being a part of the Noti Gang. If you guys want a chance to be shouted out in the next video, drop a like and vid, make sure you guys are subbed to the channel, turn that notification bell on, and comment down below, Noti Gang. Also follow me over on twitch.tv/Zirksee. I will be streaming once I return back from vacation. But I also want to let you guys know I am going to be doing a top 10 list today for running backs. And when it comes to the running backs, I'm doing basically a lot of this off of the stats they had during the season. And also I want to let you know there were a ton of base elite running backs this year, so there's going to be a lot of running backs that are not even on this list. Like, I don't even have any 80 or 81 overalls on this list at all. There's going to be a lot more running backs than just this, I believe, but I'm just doing the top 10 running backs. I want to say this year there was like 16 plus halfbacks that I got a base elite, so there's a lot of elites that may not even be on this list. But with that being said, let's get into my top 10 base elite running backs. So starting off at number 10, who I think is going to be a higher overall base elite for Madden 21, I'm going to go with Saquon Barkley. Now also, I'm going to throw this in here right now because he's not actually on this list, but I know some people are going to ask about him. Todd Gurley is an honorable mention because I don't believe he's going to get, he may get an 83 honestly, but he didn't make the list here. He may get an 83, may get an 82 overall. He's definitely going to drop down in overall, I think, a lot. I think he may be like an 83 overall, but Saquon, I think he's going to stay at an 83. Now, personally speaking here, I think Saquon Barkley is like, in terms of talent, we're talking top 5 back easy. But he was hurt a lot of the season, and he didn't have the biggest stats because he was hurt so much. So that's why I don't think Saquon Barkley is actually going to change in overall. Although I think he's a better player than his overall is going to be. I think he's going to be the 10th highest overall running back at an 83 overall. So Saquon, once again this year, will probably be like a budget. It'll still be kind of more expensive, but won't be as expensive like the 88s, 85s, 86s. And a budget beast card for a base elite because he's going to be, you know, one of the lower base elite running backs, you know, towards the lower half anyways. But an 83 for Saquon, I really feel like he should be higher, but I just can't put him higher because he was injured, didn't have that good of stats. Now coming up next with 1,150 yards and 7 touchdowns, Josh Jacobs, I think is going to be getting an 83 overall card. I think it makes sense for him to have the same overall as, say, Saquon Barkley, potentially even Todd Gurley as well. He definitely could have been the offensive rookie of the year. I mean, he had an incredible season. Now, the thing is, though, although he was one of the NFL leaders in terms of rushing yards and everything, because he was a rookie, do you think he'll get kind of the same treatment as Kyler Murray? Because I think that he should be an 83, but I wouldn't be shocked if for some reason he was like an 81 overall, like I think that Kyler Murray is potentially going to be. If you guys haven't seen the Base Elite quarterback prediction video, go ahead and check it out. There's a spoiler right there. But I think he could get a similar treatment to Kyler Murray because he was a rookie. He may not get the highest overall card in the game, but I personally think he deserves an 83 overall. Coming up next is going to be Leonard Fournette, who did have 1,150 yards, but he didn't have as many touchdowns. I believe he only had 3 touchdowns the entire year. So really not a super productive year for Leonard Fournette. That's why I also believe he could be an 83 overall as well. I think we may see quite a few 83 overall running backs, honestly. So Fournette, I honestly don't even know if he's going to be a Jaguar by the end of the season. I guess we're just going to have to find out about that one. But he did have a 78 overall core gold. And I believe that because of his yardage, he's going to be one of the higher overalls. But don't be shocked because he didn't have that many touchdowns if he's kind of like a surprise lower overall one. But I think he's going to be around an 83 sitting there with Jacobs and Saquon. Now coming in with 1,230 yards and 7 touchdowns is Chris Carson. Now Carson, kind of a really underrated running back in the NFL. Like, who do you ever hear talking about Chris Carson? No one really ever talks about him. So, he has an 82 overall base elite in Madden 20, given I don't really think that the card is all that crazy, but I believe Chris Carson, because he did have a very, very good year and not enough people even talk about him, I think he's going to get an 84 overall. So I think that Carson is actually going to be above Saquon Barkley. He's going to be above Todd Gurley. He's going to be above Leonard Fournette. I think he's going to be an 84. Now, that's pretty fitting. Now, with 13 touchdowns and 1,135 yards, Dalvin Cook is up next on the list. I think he's personally going to get an 85 overall. Now, the thing is, though, is he going to play? Because there actually was just recently reports put out that Dalvin Cook plans to hold out unless they give him a good contract. He may not actually even end up playing this year, so we'll see. Do I think the Vikings will pay him? Probably. I think they should pay him for sure. You can see he's an 80 overall in Madden 20. He had a very, very good season. A lot of people's big concern with Dalvin Cook is if he can stay healthy, but I think Dalvin Cook had an incredible season, and honestly, I loved the Team Week Dalvin Cook. I think it was the preseason. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's preseason Team Week Dalvin Cook that we got. That card was absolutely incredible at the beginning of the year. Very comparable to like the legend Marcus Allen. I actually used the Dalvin Cook Team Week for a long, long time. Loved that card. I think Dalvin Cook is an 85 overall. Will be a great running back to use at the beginning of the year if, you know, the run game is more towards the shifty style of back. Now coming in with 1,084 yards but 16 touchdowns is Aaron Jones. A lot of people would say Aaron Jones, that Packers team, was maybe as equal value as Aaron Rodgers this year. Aaron Jones was an absolute stud, and I think he's going to be the same overall as his division rival in Dalvin Cook. I believe they're both going to get 85 overall cards. I'm going to be honest, I've never really been a big fan of Aaron Jones cards, but for Packers fans, it's definitely going to be pretty nice to have an 85 overall rim, and I think he will be one of the higher overall. There's no way he's tied for touchdowns in the entire NFL, and he doesn't get at least an 84 or 85. I think he 100% should be around that overall. I think tied with Dalvin Cook at 85 is good. So with 1,494 yards, but only 8 touchdowns, I think Nick Chubb is bound to get an 86 overall. Definitely proves himself as one of the best running backs in the entire NFL this year, 100% did, and he's an absolute bowling ball. Now, his 80 overall card actually this year wasn't too great, you know, he had 81 speed, 82 excel, but I think if Nick Chubb gets like an 86 overall, he is going to be an absolute tank. And I think they kind of undersold him on the speed this year. 81 speed, 82 excel beginning of the year. He is a lot faster running back than that. So Nick Chubb, I think he's probably going to get an 86. And you guys may be a little bit surprised he's underneath some of these other guys because of how good of a season he's had. But I think also the fact that he only had an 80 overall basically this year, and it's still, you know, the beginning of his career, I wouldn't be shocked to see him at an 86 and not, you know, a little bit higher. Now coming in with 1,357 yards but 12 touchdowns is my man Ezekiel Elliott. So he had an 86 overall basically to start the year. EA, they always do him wrong with the trucking. They always do him wrong with the speed. In general, the Zeke cards, it sucks because he's just never good. Like, Zeke cards just aren't that good in Ultimate Team, which I don't understand why. And head-to-head, that man is amazing. But in Ultimate Team, for me, he's just never really been that crazy. I think Zeke is going to get an 87 overall, so I do think he's going to be above Nick Chubb. I still don't have him as one of the top running backs, so for all you people that are going to complain that I'm just being biased with him as a Cowboys fan, he's not the highest overall running back on this list. But I think Zeke does deserve to have an 87 overall card. Again, he's proven himself again and again to be one of the top running backs in the entire NFL year after year, and I think he's going to have an absolutely incredible season as well this year with us adding CeeDee Lamb onto the offense. We're spreading out the defense. It's going to be incredible. Now with 1,540 yards and 16 touchdowns, Derrick Henry is coming in here, and I think he's going to have the same overall as Zeke. I think that him and Zeke are both going to be 87 overalls. Now, we only have a 79 overall core gold to start off the year. So my question is, even though with the insane season that Derrick Henry had, will that mess with his overall, like what EA is going to do? And they might say, well, he only had a 79. Let's say it was like an 85, which I think would be complete crap. I think Derrick Henry 100% deserves to be at least an 87 overall, right up there with Zeke. And I think the Titans need to pay this man instead of trying to franchise tag him, because that's ridiculous. They definitely need to pay Derrick Henry, and I think he's going to be an insane card to start off the year. I really hope they have, because I think we're probably going to get abilities. I really hope that he's able to get like a trucking ability like Bruiser or something, because having Derrick Henry with some good speed, some amazing trucking to start off the year would be fun. So with 1,300 rushing yards and 1,000 receiving yards, and I want to say 19 total touchdowns between receiving and also rushing, I think that makes Christian McCaffrey pretty much worthy of the top overall running back spot. I think it's pretty obvious that Christian McCaffrey is overall one of the biggest weapons in the entire NFL and maybe the best running back in the entire NFL. Man, he's an absolute stud. He can play wide receiver if he wanted to. I think he will be an 88 overall. So McCaffrey, 82 speed, 83 excel, 88 agility, 81 elusiveness. He's obviously not going to have very high trucking, but an 88 CMC, I don't really think a lot of people will be complaining about that card. So that being said, guys, that is my base elite Madden 21 running back predictions. Let me know down below what you guys think about it. I know some people are going to be like, where's this guy? This guy's too low. This guy's too high. It just happens. Anytime you make a list, not everyone is going to agree. I know there's a lot of running backs that make this list, and as I said, I mean, you saw it. We started at 83 overall. There's going to be a lot of 82s. There's going to be a lot of 81s. There's going to be some 80 overalls. There's still some other running backs that I didn't put on this list that still should get base elite. They just may not be a top 10 base elite in Madden 21. So with that being said, guys, I hope you did enjoy the video. And if you did, make sure you drop a like on the video. And of course, hit that sub button down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next time.